Zach Gelb is on the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. We'll get to him in a sec. Adam Sandler is coming to the Kaseya Center September 7th. We have a chance for you to win tickets. Text the word HAPPY. The code word today is HAPPY. Text that to 20357. And if you want more info, you can go to WQAM.com. It's a text contest. Message and data rates may apply. Do not text and drive. Tickets are available for purchase at kaseyacenter.com. But again, you want to win the Sandler tickets, text the word HAPPY to 20357. Zach Gelb can be heard nationally every weekday afternoon on the Infinity Sports Network. He comes to us from the WFAN studios in New York City, where, by the way, his Jets and Giants will do battle this Saturday. Preseason football. Dolphins are in Detroit. They've got joint practices with the Lions. Crowder is in Detroit, and they will play the Lions on Saturday, their preseason game number 2. Now, I don't know if you saw any of the reports from Dolphins joint practice today, Gelb, but I can't imagine you follow it as closely as we do. I'm going to tell you, even with the Dolphins seemingly getting out practiced and having a couple of issues against Chicago, bet the 2 overs this year and bet the Dolphins win total over this year. Just consider it a little friendly advice from your old pal Hawk in Boca Raton.
104.3 FM, WQAM, Miami sports leader, home to Homer Hawk, Crowder, and some schmuck named Solana.
Racket. Racket.
There you go. Who needs a voiceover guy these days? Just have Gelb on your show.
You just nailed it. I'm still, listen, Crowder's there. He watched it, and he said the Dolphins did get outplayed and just outperformed in the joint practice today. I mean, can you glean anything from joint practices and preseason football enough to really know what you're working with for the regular season?
So when I was covering the Eagles, I absolutely despised going to training camp and these OTAs because it's a bunch of monotonous bull junk. But the only time I would actually get excited was when they would bring in another team, because those joint practices, I think the coaches and the players put more stock in it now in the year of what is now 2025, and it's been that way for the last few years, than the actual preseason games. I actually, though, would like to issue something to this show and an edict if I have that power to do so. I know Channing is having a great time in Detroit, and he is loving the nightlife in Detroit. I think we should require him to stay in Detroit until the Dolphins go up against the Lions in this preseason game.
I don't like it, Gelby. I don't like this idea. It's terrible for me. And yes, I'm leaving.
How about we have him stay in Detroit till the Dolphins win a playoff game? Hey, I mean, why don't we put some real stakes on the line?
He may be there till the year when I'm like 55 years old.
But you know how long it's been since the Dolphins? You know how long it's been since the Dolphins have won a playoff game?
The last time they won 1998 is my guess.
Pretty close, man. It's been 25 years. It's the longest active streak in the NFL. 25 years.
I'm leaving Detroit to go to Indianapolis. I am rolling now. I have all kinds of stuff.
Shrimp cocktail.
You know what? JW Marriott is actually a very good hotel in Indianapolis. And in the lobby, I would not expect them to have good calamari, but they do have very good calamari when I was there about 12 or 13 years ago.
Why are you cut off the E of calamari?
I don't like calling it calamari. I call it calamari. You know, that's how I Americanize it.
Yeah, but how do you feel about like guys playing? Because my thing was we got to stay healthy. If Tua gets hurt, if Tyreek gets hurt, if Waddle gets hurt, you know, like it's gonna set us back. Then I'm watching Detroit today. Goff's out there, Gibbs is out there. Everybody, Amon-Ra St. Brown went crazy. He had like 7 touchdowns today, just destroyed everybody. And it kind of making me rethink it, where if these top teams are playing everyone during games, like why do I feel as if the Dolphins need to put bubble wrap around their guys?
It's almost you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like if the Dolphins don't play their guys and they get off to some sloppy start, people are going to question them. But if they do play their guys and then people get hurt, people are going to be outraged. I kind of like Dan Campbell's approach. And it was either a year or 2 ago, he was very emotional. And he was going a little bit tougher in practice than probably more coaches do now. And he was saying, guys, this is just the way that I know how to win. And I think this is the way that we have to do it. I hope I'm not putting you in harm's way. So injuries are inevitable. You know this probably better than anybody, Crowder. Injuries are inevitable in this game. Am I optimistic on the Dolphins this year? No. The offensive line seems like it stinks. There's still questions on the health of Tua. Tyreek Hill is a malcontent, and that is going to be just a problem where it's just going to continue. The toothpaste is already out of the tube. I do like Jalen Waddle a lot, but he gets injured from time to time. And defensively, it seems like the last 2 years there's been so many injuries on this defense. You just don't know where people are going to be at and how much rust there is to knock off. And the coach, let's be real. That guy, McDaniel, the honeymoon is definitely over. And every time this guy opens up his trap and tries to be a comedian and this team loses game this year, I hope people eviscerate him.
Wow. Anytime you refer to someone as that guy, that coach guy, you know that the honeymoon is over.
Is there a single thing you like about the Dolphins?
Jalen Waddle.
Man,
you're
and Devon Achane. I'm a big Achane fan.
Yeah,
right?
That we know. You're sleeping on them.
Man.
What am I sleeping? They're the third team in the AFC East, I think, on paper going into this year.
On paper, you think they are? Can I make a case though that on paper they're the second best team in the AFC East at least, and that they're a playoff team? Just I'm saying on paper, Gelb. If I try to sell you on the Dolphins, their front seven. Bradley Chubb should be healthy this year. Jalen Phillips should be healthy this year. Chop Robinson, we expect him to be healthy. He's told us he's going to be healthy. He's going to be a stud. Zach Sealer got paid. And then they traded for Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, just right there, that's 5 names that are all Pro Bowl caliber guys. I'm not telling you they're all going to make the Pro Bowl, but they're caliber guys. And then on the offensive side, you've got arguably the best wide receiver in the game. And
Tyreek?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill.
Not anymore. You see the season he had last year?
Yeah, but he had a season last year where his quarterback didn't play 6 games. And if his quarterback is able to stay healthy, you've got Devon Achane, you've got Tyreek, who was injured last year, you have Jalen Waddle. I mean, you have 4 really good guys on the offense as well. The Dolphins are top heavy, sure, but teams with less have made the playoffs.
I also want to come off here abundantly clear because now we're on FM, so it should be easier to do that. I'm not saying the Dolphins suck. I'm not saying the Dolphins are trash. I think the Dolphins are in the worst place you could be in as an organization because their floor is probably right. They're probably at their floor. If everything goes horrible, 7 wins. If everything goes right, they're probably a 10-win team. This team, though, if they're at their apex this year, they make the playoffs as a 7 or 6 seed, and then they go home wild card weekend. So they're not bad enough where you're picking early in the draft, but you're also not good enough where you have a chance to legitimately win a championship. They are just stuck in the middle, and almost the Dolphins version of winning a Super Bowl this year would be winning 1 playoff game. Like, think about that. That just doesn't get me fired up if I'm a Dolphin fan.
You can't go from not winning a playoff game in 25 years to winning the Super Bowl. You got to take the natural progression there.
In 25 years.
I understand.
That's all Solana's life.
You're not going to win a Super Bowl after that. You're going to claw your way back into I don't know, relevance. And that would start with a playoff win. I mean, that's how it works. So yeah, that's a goal this year.
We've had the same conversation for the last 3 years. You know, can they win a playoff game?
I've had it
doing this segment for a long time now.
I've had it longer than that. I know. How about this though? This is where I think people
happy
are
football, everybody. By the way,
this is where I think people are like sleeping or whatever. Crowder and I, Solana was on vacation. Crowder and I can't remember who this was with. Who would you rather have, Mike Vrabel and Drake May, or Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa?
I'd rather have Mike Vrabel and Drake May. Here's why.
I mean, that's infuriating. I can't even listen to your explanation. It's infuriating.
Well, Mike Vrabel took the Tennessee Titans to an AFC Championship game. Mike Vrabel is a better coach, fact, than Mike McDaniel. Now, on the quarterback side, Tua is good. Tua, I don't even know if he's a top 10 quarterback in the league. Tua is good.
Is better than good.
But no, he's not. He's good.
Yes, he is.
You can't say he's great. You can't say he's elite. He is good. He is good. However, I think I've seen already the best of Tua Tagovailoa. Like, I don't know how much better it's going to get. Drake May is a question mark, but I was impressed by what he did last year with basically nothing in front of him. So I would take the stock of Vrabel with what he's already done and Drake May and what his potential projects to be over Mike McDaniel, whose ass is on the hot seat this year, and Tua Tagovailoa, who's one more injury away from probably being out of the league.
And with Drake May, have you saw it out of him, or you're talking about potential? Because Ben Volen, this dude is Joe Montana in his mind, but I haven't really seen Drake May play
Volen
like
said that. I may go with McDaniel and Tua now. If Volen's saying that, but with Drake May last year, the offensive line was maybe the worst offensive line. Like, you think the Dolphins' offensive line has problems? The Patriots' offensive line last year was horrendous. Now, they made changes this year. I think it's better. Ramondre Stevenson couldn't hold on to a football last year, and they may as well have thrown Solana in the slot last year because they had no wide receivers. So they've made improvements to put a little bit more around Drake May, but there were times last year where Drake May was running for his life. And I know when I say garbage into gold, it's going to come off as strong because there's nothing gold about the Patriots last year, but he showed you the signs that he could be a franchise quarterback last year with when it was basically 1 against 11, and he was doing enough from what I saw out of him individually.
Man, people have a short memory about Tua in 2023 and what he looked like at Alabama. Like, there's a weird thing that happens with Tua, and you'll look at any other quarterback who might be completely unproven and say, well, the ceiling for him is better than Tua. And I don't see it, but this is commonplace. Like, your answer is what I would expect 99 out of 100 times, even though I bet you would acknowledge the quarterback is 50 times more important than the head coach.
Yeah, well, players win championships over the coach. Like, if you tell me I have a great coach or a great quarterback, if you tell me great quarterback or great coach, I'd rather take the great quarterback. Like, for years, people said if you had to pick between Brady or Belichick, who would you go with? I said Brady. That was even before Brady ended up going to Tampa and winning a Super Bowl on his own. So I get your point, and let me just clarify here. I'm not anti-Tua.
No, I think you are.
No, please. 2 years ago, I was the only person that predicted that Tua Tagovailoa was going to make it through a season healthy. I think Tua is good. My problem is with society. We say great. We say elite. We say the GOAT. And there's a lot of guys we call great, elite, and the GOAT that shouldn't be in that conversation. He's a good quarterback. He is a fringe top 10 quarterback in the league. But you look at this Miami Dolphins season, I just don't think the Dolphins are really going to progress forward. So you ask me, coach and quarterback, I would rather trust the long-term future of Drake May and Mike Vrabel over Mike McDaniel, who's probably going to get fired after this year, and Tua Tagovailoa, who I like Tua.
I'm not certain that you do. Who would you rather have, Devon Achane or Derrick Henry?
For one season?
Yeah.
Derrick Henry.
For the rest of their careers. But
Devon Achane, sure, he's younger.
I was trying to give you a little bone there. You love Achane. I was trying to throw you a little bone.
I am an Achane guy.
Very defensive on FM about Tua. He doesn't want to be painted as a Tua hater, but I mean,
do you know the Tuanon? I don't need the Tuanon coming after me. I'm an ally to the Tuanon.
Well, will you consider betting the Tua overs and the Dolphins win total over?
What's the Dolphins win total?
I think it's 8.5.
8.5.
Oh, it's right on that number. That's an 8-9 football team if I've ever seen one. I'm taking the under, but the Tua, I'll take all of his overs. All of his.
You take the overs? Take the rushing overs week one.
Rushing over.
Do not take the rushing overs week one.
Oh, goodness.
Overs on concussions?
I'm not going to go there.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, that's completely out of line by
the views of Alejandro Solana do not reflect the views of Zach Gelb.
Have you ever seen the Grand Canyon, Gelb?
No, like in person, no.
Yeah. I'll go there.
Mm-hmm. I went to Banff recently.
Yeah, you love Banff, huh?
Very cool. Yeah, first time ever being there. Very cool.
If you go to the Grand Canyon, put about an hour out of your time, and you'll be fine.
Did you go to the Grand Canyon?
I love the Grand Canyon. I've been there. It was 20 years ago, but it's the greatest thing ever. Crowder just thinks, oh, it's a hole in the ground. He said, it's a canyon. Are there any rides? Are there restaurants? And so
Can I parasail? I want to parasail.
He wants to go to Mall of America, not the Grand Canyon. He doesn't want to see the beauty and the grandeur.
When I actually got to the border in Canada and I was going through security, they said, "Oh, you're Channing Crowder's friend." Drake says a lot about his wife.
They'll kick you right out of Banff.
You been in Niagara Falls?
Yes. Do you have any idea? Do you have any idea, Channing, where Banff is? Like, if you had to give it Banff.
I thought it was a band.
No. It's like an hour from Calgary.
You're saying Banff with an
Banff.
M. It's N. It has an N in it.
Banff. I'm not saying it with an M.
I think you are. Banff
is for very fancy people
in Alberta,
right?
That's in
snob.
Alberta.
Yeah.
Alberta.
I didn't know you were
bougie
fancy.
talk show host.
I had no idea you were fancy.
I come from the Sid Rosenberg school. I'm not going to call it my 51st state, but I'm a big star.
Does it have rides?
Banff, yeah, it does.
You can go canoeing and kayaking if you want.
Great carnival.
Yeah.
But you are an Instagram influencer, Crowder. You don't need Instagram filters in Banff because it's gorgeous. Like, you don't even need to Instagram
like the tilt-a-whirl, Crowder? Like the tilt-a-whirl?
Does it have like a bounce house? Or
yeah, they got a bounce house. They got a tilt-a-whirl. What do you like? You like a candy apple?
You know what? I'm going to come down to Florida. We'll take Channing to Six Flags.
Let me get you in contact with my travel agent. I'm going to get you right
No Mexican street corn. Is that Mexican street corn in Banff?
Oh, who doesn't love Mexican street corn?
I had a great bison burger in Banff. I'll tell you that.
Did you try the bison wings? You ever had bison wings?
No, but there was a lot of wings. A lot of wings.
Try them at Punky Buddha. All right, we got to go. We love you, Gelby.
All right, I love you too, and I love FM, and I love Tua.